Hi everyone, my name's Stephanie and I teach people about the Okinawan lifestyle. So today I want to talk a little bit early childhood and a little bit of subconscious. I want to speak about this idea that today's kids are soft, or that conscious parenting is for, fluffy people who have too much time on their hands. Number one, yes. Isn't it such a privilege that we are of a generation that has time to worry about their kids' feelings and their kids' emotions? There are many people who are just struggling to meet the basic needs of their kids, for their kids, like where they're gonna sleep, how they're gonna pay rent, how they're gonna buy groceries, how they are going to get their child to school, pay for clothes, etc. If you have enough luxury to worry about how your child's feeling on top of all those things, that's amazing, that's wonderful, that's a gift. Which is why a lot of baby boomers see today's parents and think, oh, you're being too kind to them, or you're being soft on them, etc. Because they were raised by people who weren't sure if they were gonna have food on the table, who were just struggling to make their ends meet. So when you have a generation of scarcity raising another generation, that's often what happens, right? They pass on that scarcity mentality of how are we gonna meet our basic survival needs? And it's a wonderful thing for a new generation to be able to say, you know what, a lot of those basic needs are being met. We're safe. We're not in a place that any harm is going to come to our kids. We're not living in a war-torn country. And they have the time to read these beautiful books about how to raise beautiful people. And the second thing I wanted to say to that is based on a tweet that I recently saw. If you don't want the next generation to have better or more than you did, or than you do, then we have an issue there. Then you did not get raised just fine. You did not turn out just fine, right? We want our kids to stand on our shoulders. We want the next generation to go further and farther and better and faster. The reason why all of this matters, even in early childhood, is because of the subconscious. Now, I said I was going to speak to that. During the ages of 0 to 8 years old, children's brainwaves are in theta state. That means that they're essentially being hypnotized. They are little sponges that are basically watching everyone around them and taking notes on how to live their lives. This is how I behave, this is how I react, this is how I control my anger, etc. So if we are programming little people from 0 to 8 years old, we want to give them the best programming possible, number one. And number two, the reason for that is because for the rest of their adult life, for about 98% of their life is being run from their subconscious, which is the programming we give them from 0 to 8. So it's never too early to consider a child's feelings. Now we've made so much progress to where we know that children come into the world really alert and aware, even in a spiritual sense. I'm a passionate believer in this after teaching children who are medically fragile. I had 3 to 6 year olds who were cognitively 0 to 6 months, and yet they understood the energy of everybody that walked into the room. They had their good and bad days. They were processing a lot more than could be measured on a scale or some arbitrary rubric created by a school district. So it's a wonderful thing if you are focusing on your child's mental health. It's a wonderful thing that you let them express their emotions or talk about their feelings or give them lots of strategies that help you as an adult, because they are just little yous and you are just big thems, right?